Hi Professor, we are Group 2. Our data narrative is social media. In this presentation, we are going to evaluate the social media performance metrics for a renowned cosmetic company. My name is Gopika Shaji and I am the data analyst of this group. Social media platforms started as an entertainment option for people through various services they provide, such as chat, videos, images, etc. But when we think of social media for business, the answer is digital marketing. Today, social media is an important part of digital marketing and brand strategy for various successful business firms. The truth is that it isn't optional now. It's the very first place where people get reviews, advertisements, and information about a business company. And it's the perfect opportunity to boost the sales of a company by creating brand awareness, by building relationships with people, and through which we can target customers and it can positively affect our sales. These things are possible by posting different contents on social media. These contents include images, text posts, videos, and various advertising options. Also, it's a free service unless the company uses the advertising services. Our objective is to analyze the marketing efforts of a renowned cosmetic company through Facebook. To accomplish this objective, we downloaded a dataset from Data1205, which is based on the performance metrics of posts published in the Facebook page of the company in 2014. This dataset contains 17 columns and 499 rows. The attributes include page total likes, type of the post, whether it's a photo, status, link, or video, the month, day, and hour of the content posted, and whether the post is paid or not, and all other performance metrics. Major performance metrics we considered in this analysis include total reach and total impressions. Even though the definitions of these two terms seem similar, these two terms are different. Reach indicates the size of the brand's audience. Increased reach means more people are learning about the brand. However, this metric lacks some quality as higher reach does not necessarily mean higher sales. So the metric that is more useful is total impressions, which is a measure of quality of marketing efforts, and increased impressions mean same people watch the content more often and it will help to develop more interest in the product. In brief, reach is about width and impression is about depth. Another metric considered include number of engaged users and consumers. Also, we evaluate total interactions of each post, which is the total of number of likes, shares, and comments for each post. Now I hand over to Neha Joseph, who is the data scientist of our group. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Neha Joseph and I'm the data scientist of this group. Now, let's look into the exploratory data analysis part. In order to do that, at first we are importing the necessary libraries, which includes pandas, matplotlib, seaborn, and plotly. Now, after that, we have loaded the dataset and then we have looked into the information regarding the data. And here we can see that in total there are 18 columns in this data and some of the column names are very long. So in order to make it short, what we have done is we have used the rename function data.rename and we have given shorter names for the data set, or we have given certain short forms for the columns. Now, once that is done, we have corrected certain values, or we have replaced certain values in certain columns like post month and post hour and paid. because here we could see that the value of post month is from 1 to 12 instead of January to December, and here it is 1 to 7 instead of Sunday to Saturday, and here it is supposed to be yes and no, and the values that we have here is 0 and 1. So we have replaced the values in these columns post weekday, post month and paid using dot replace function, and we have replaced it to Sunday to Saturday, January to December, and yes and no for all these columns. Once that is done, the next thing that we have done is to remove the unwanted columns. Here, looking into the dataset, we have understood that the column named category is not necessary for the analysis, hence we have removed it using the drop function. And then the next thing that we have done is to check for the null values and duplicates. We can see that there are few null values in this dataset and no duplicates. Hence, we use forward fill function to replace this null values. Now, we could see that this is the end of this EDA part. Now, let's look into the visualization part, and here we can see that the first plot that we have used is a line plot, and we have plotted the post weekday and count for comment, like and share. In order to do that, the first thing that we have done is to create a pivot table that contains post weekday as index and like, share, comment as the values. Here we can see that looking here, the comment and share values were not fluctuating and it remained same for the entire week. But looking into the like, the values were higher than 10,000, of course, but here we can see that the likes were higher during weekdays compared to the weekends. That is the interesting fact. See, the likes were around, the count of likes were around 10,000 or 11,000 on Friday, Saturday, but it were higher on Tuesday and Wednesday, and it were around in between 14,000 and 16,000. Now, let's look into the next one, that is the bar graph, and here we are plotting the lifelong post total impression to the type of the post, and here we can see that except photos, the rest three types, that is the link, status and video, were having fewer impression. Or maybe we could interpret it in another way, that people were really lazy to check the link or watch the videos, but they liked the photos while they were scrolling down. Now, let's look into the next one, which is a count plot, and here we are using a count plot for post, month and type, and we can see that the company has posted photos and links every month, but they have posted videos only on few months like December, November, September, July and June. One more thing is very clear, that the company has concentrated more on posting photos than any other type of posts. Now let's look into the next one, which is a line plot for weekly interaction of post weekday and total interaction. Now here we can see that it looks exactly like the like statistics, and that is on Fridays and Saturdays they had few interaction, that is around 12k and 13k respectively, and for weekdays like Tuesday and Wednesday they had a higher interaction, that is around 18.75k. Now that is all about the visualization part, and now as a final step we are downloading the Excel sheet is sorry, the data frame as Excel sheet, and which is named as facebook.excel using Excel writer function. And that is the end of this part.
Thank you, Neha. Hi, my name is Roshna Babu. I am the business intelligence analyst of this group. My duty is to build a presentation and an interactive data visualization. So, for visualizing the Facebook performance metrics of a renowned cosmetic brand, I used Power BI tool. By this dataset, our major intention is to visually analyze the performance of the Facebook marketing strategies adopted by the brand for a year and to check whether their Facebook posts have any impact on customers or sales of the brand. The major performance indicators are the likes, comments, and shares received by different posts published by the company on their Facebook page. Moving forward with the graph, the first graph shows the likes, shares, and comments received for the various posts published by the company on a monthly basis. Here we can see that July is the month with highest values for all the types of posts, and also it is evident that the company mainly publishes photos compared to the other types of posts such as status, videos, or links. That means the company mainly uses photos as their marketing strategy and it has the most reach to the customers. The next graph shows the likes, shares, comments, and the total interactions for the different posts. Each line indicates the number of likes, comments, and shares and the sum of total interactions of every post published in brand's Facebook pages. As you all know, Facebook marketing is an important social media strategy to develop the brands nowadays. So it is important to analyze the reach of their post or the total interactions go to their post. Here we can see that likes received are more compared to the shares and comments. Also, we can see that almost 18K people shared this brand's post and 5K people commented on their posts. The next graph shows the lifetime post, total reach, and total impressions by the type. Now you may be thinking about what is this reach and what is this impressions. For Facebook, the reach is the number of new people who saw any content from your page or about your page. And the impressions are the number of times any content from your page or about your page entered a person's screen. These two matrices are very important in analyzing the performance of Facebook marketing. That is, by these values, we will get an idea about how long our posts have reached the customers or how many people have viewed or used our contents. From the graph, it is evident that the photos posted by the brand has the highest reach and impressions, followed by the status. We can see that impressions are very high to the photos than its actual reach. But impressions and reach are almost same to the status, links and videos. The next is a pie chart and it shows the post reach and impressions versus paid post. The violet shade shows the paid ads reach and impressions and the blue shows the non-paid post. We can see that even non-ads or posts have more reach and impressions than paid posts. Next is the four different donut charts. It shows the lifetime impressions by the people who like the page for different posts, the lifetime people who like the post and engage with the post, lifetime post consumption and lifetime post reached by people who like the page respectively. The features and the values of these charts will be explained while explaining the dashboard. And finally, this is the overall look of our dashboard. As we said, this is the graph showing the monthly wise report of the likes, shares, and comments received by the various posts. We can see that July is the month with the highest values, and this blue line shows the values for photos. We can see that in the month of July, the photos posted by the company received almost 12,000 likes, 1,800 shares, and 692 comments. And the next graph shows the like, shares, comment, and the total interactions of various posts. The total interactions means the sum of values of all the shares, likes, and comments for various posts. And here for the photo, we can see that the total interaction for a particular year is 92,000, and among that, almost 77,000 is likes, 11,000 is the shares, and only there are 3,000 comments. The next graph shows the total post reaches and the total post impressions. We can clearly identify that the photo has the most reaches and the impressions. One of the major feature we notice here is that for photos, the impressions is very high than its reach. Impressions is more than 10 million. That means more than 10 million people have viewed or used this brand's photos on that particular year. This is a great number or a big success to the brand. The next graph shows the post reach and impressions versus paid ads. Sometimes the company publishes the paid promotions or ads also. The violet shade shows the paid post reach and impressions, and the blue shows the non-paid ones. It is clear that even non-paid posts have higher reach and impressions than the paid ones. For the paid ones, the impressions is just 23%, and for non-paid ones, the impression is 44%. And for paid ones, the reach is just 12%, and for non-paid one, the reach is 19.64%. And last, these are the four different donut charts showing the lifetime impressions by people who like the page, and then the lifetime people who like the page and engage with the post, and the lifetime post consumption, and then with the lifetime post reach by people who like the page for the different various posts. And these charts can be easily identified when we apply the filters. So now we're moving with the filters. If we want to particularly analyze the values of any of the posts or any of the particular month, if we select the photos for a particular month called January, yeah, we can see here that all the graphs are changed according to our filters. Here it shows the like, share, and comment received by the photo for the month of January. You can see that photo has almost 2,826 likes, 776 shares, and 148 comments for the month January. And here it shows the total interactions, like, shares, and comment for the photo in the month January. In January, the total interactions of photo is 3,700. Among that, 2,800 are likes, 776 is shares, and 148 is the comment. This shows the post reach and impressions for the photo. We can see that there are reach is almost 21,000 and the impression is almost 20,000. And this shows the post reach and impressions versus paid ads. For the photo, the impression for the paid photos, the impressions is 7.27% and the reach is 11.71%. And for the non-paid photos, the reach is 39% and the impression is 41%. So it is also clear that the non-paid photos have maximum reach and impressions compared to the paid ones. Now the lifetime impressions by the people who liked the page is 194k, and then the liked pages and engaged with the post is 11k, and the total lifetime post consumption is almost 31k for photos, and for the photos the post reach by the people who liked the page is 109k. So finally, by this visualization, we can conclude that photos are the major performance indicators of this brand. Photos have the highest reach and impressions compared to other posts. The company's photo had viewed or used by more than 10 million people in that year, which is a quite good number a brand can achieve. That's all about the visualization of Facebook performance metrics of a renowned cosmetic brand. Thank you.